So today's subject is surrender. Surrender makes you independent. This is what I claim. Surrender makes you independent. I know that it goes against everything that we think about surrender. Surrender to us feels like as if we need to listen to somebody else's will, that someone out there, that could be our guru, because most of the time surrender is something that we speak of in terms of guru or romance. But the bigger problem comes with the guru, and especially in today's world, when a lot of mentees, a lot of disciples, devotees have lost their faith because they surrendered themselves, and their surrender meant nothing because the mentor or the guru or the leading face, the personality, turned out to be something not expected. So why then in this environment am I claiming that surrender is the way to independence? I believe, and I know, that surrender is a word that has been completely misunderstood. Surrender as the concept, as the phenomenon, has been completely misunderstood. Now, in the ancient times or much older times, when we had the Guru Shishya Parampara, the master and disciple system, in that there was surrender, and whatever the master asked, the student was doing it, the devotee was doing it, and the master's will was the devotee's will. But that is not applicable in today's world, because we apparently cannot trust the gurus and the masters and the mentors anymore. So, why I feel this word has been misunderstood, or the phenomenon has been misunderstood, is because there is a difference between surrender and submission. Surrender is different, drastically different from submission. Submission is when you have a master and you do the will of the master. You sacrifice your own will, you suppress your own will, or you discredit your own will, and you do what the master is saying. This is submission, and this submission can be applied to our working environment. This can be applied to any place we are working, where we have a boss. This can be applied to many aspects of spirituality, where we have a master who seems to know all of it, and we are the ones who don't know anything. It can be applied to a romantic relationship. It can be applied to husband and wife, father and child, mother and child. It can be applied anywhere. So submission is a different matter altogether. Submission is about the other person's will, and the other person may be an absolute idiot, maybe an absolute manipulator, maybe a genius. You may never know what the other person is, but as far as you are going to submit to the other person and do their will, you will be subjected to their intelligence or idiocy, whatever is applicable. Now, surrender, on the other hand, is a different matter. So when a real guru, a real mentor, a real pathfinder, someone who is here to lead by example, by illumination, and not by just talking, that kind of a guru, when that person asks you to surrender, let me make it very clear to you that that guru, that mentor, is not at all interested in your submission, because you are not surrendering to the guru's intelligence. You are not surrendering to the guru's idea of right and wrong. You are surrendering to something beyond you and beyond the guru. A real guru does not want to take the headache of your submission to him or her. A real mentor does not want to carry your burden, because anyone who is on a spiritual awakening path knows that my personal awakening is a job of a lifetime. Lifetimes. My personal awakening is a lot. It's a lot of work just for me. How am I to take the headache of someone else's personal awakening on me. Why should I take the headache of deciding for you what is right and wrong? So, a real guru, a real mentor is not at all interested in taking one more burden or taking your headache, taking you as the headache for self. So, the real guru would prefer that you are following a will that is not of the guru, of the mentor, and not even your own, because your own will be subjected to your conditioning. Whatever you are conditioned to is your will. So now who and what is the solution? The solution is the universal intelligence. This whole universe, multiverse, this existence runs on an intelligence. And that intelligence does not require you, me, or any guru, or our will, or our intelligence, or our knowing. This intelligence is what guides us. This intelligence is what nourishes us. This intelligence is what lets everyone flourish. Good or bad doesn't matter. It is not a discriminatory intelligence. It is an intelligence that floods us no matter what we do. Whether a right person is being flooded with that intelligence or a wrong person, it doesn't matter. Right and wrong is your and my idea. So the guru in the real journey of self-awakening, the mentor in the real journey of self-awakening, would ask you to surrender to the will of the universal intelligence, because the will of the universal intelligence always wants your highest potential to be realized. You to be realized, you to be enlightened. So in a moment, we go beyond the ego of the seeker and the ego of the guru. We go beyond the problems that the conditioning of the seeker and conditioning of the guru create. And so a real guru would always prefer your surrender, but the surrender is never to the guru. The surrender is always to the universal intelligence which channels through the guru. And you will always know it. You will always know, because the universal intelligence always tells you first. And then what you have already come to know will be confirmed by the guru or the mentor. And that is very important. And sometimes maybe the guru or the mentor will throw a light on you that you may feel you did not know, but it will feel right to the very bone of yours. You will know in every single fiber of your being that this observation, this knowing that is coming through the guru to me is for me and my highest good. So when we are stuck in relationships where a guru has taken advantage of a seeker, of a devotee, it is a two-way relationship, wherein the devotee has submitted to the will of the guru's ego or the guru, the personality. You are not to submit to the personality. The personality is nothing. If no matter how big the guru is, there is a personality, and that personality is a very small matter. It's a very conditioned being. It's a small matter. Even the guru is trying to go beyond the personality. The guru himself or herself is not interested in his or her personality. They are going beyond their identity, beyond their personality. That's why they go to the universal intelligence. That's why they surrender to the universal intelligence. And they won't be interested in taking the burden of your identity and your personality. So they are trying to connect you directly to the universal intelligence. Have a direct connection. And have your guru and a mentor just like a lamppost confirming what you have felt in your guts. So there is a difference between surrender and submission. I hope this helps you on your spiritual path. I hope this helps you not just on your spiritual path, but your path even in your everyday life, where you can now literally figure out where all have you been submitting in the name of surrendering. because submission is yet another mind game, yours or someone else's. Surrender goes beyond you, me, directly to the universal intelligence. There are no games there. So I hope this information has helped you. In another 5 or 10 minutes, I will be doing a Hindi live on the same subject. Those of you who are interested in joining me there, I welcome you there. Thank you very much for receiving me yet again. Sending you lots of love.